Hey everyone, how's it going? Puntastic77 here, coming to you with some Team Fortress 2. Hope you're doing well. As you can see from the video that's playing right now, I got a competitive matchmaking pass, beta pass thing. So I'm really excited about that. I want to thank the person who gave it to me. I don't know if they want to remain anonymous or not, so I'm not going to say their name just yet, but I really appreciate it. The gameplay you're about to see right now is not from a competitive match here, so it's just another pub. But I just want to talk a little bit about the competitive side of things and what I've seen from these sixes so far, or at least the 6v6 mode right now, and just kind of get my thoughts on just competitive TF2 in general and what I think about it. So buckle up and let's get right into it here. So first I want to start by talking a little bit about my background with Team Fortress 2 and the competitive side of things, and then competitive gaming in general, and then we'll talk about the differences in the two major forms of competitive TF2. So I started playing TF2, I would say, about 3 years ago. I had seen a few videos on it on the internet beforehand, and before that I was a console player, like primarily 100% console, Xbox 360, Xbox Live, all that stuff. And I had purchased my first computer, like, with my own money. I had a crappy laptop which couldn't even handle TF2 at the lowest settings. It was like an old, like, Dell laptop from like 2007, so I didn't really put any games on it. It was literally just for word processing, going on the internet, and watching YouTube videos. So once I was able to afford a new computer, and this was about, let's see, what year was it? I would say it was about 2012 or 2013. When I got my PC. So just loved it, fell in love with it, and it did everything that I wanted it to, and it still does. This is the PC that you see me using right now to make all these videos, to stream, to do whatever, to play games. So I still love that computer. It might be time for an upgrade soon, but we'll talk about that at another time. Anyways, so I started putting some games on. Oh, Steam, you have to put on, like, Steam in general. That's the game marketplace. So I put on Steam, started downloading some games. I think TF2 was one of the first games, since it's a free-to-play game. Started playing it. Didn't have any hats or anything like that. Backpack got full really quickly, so I spent like 99 cents on a key so I could get the full backpack space. Got a crate, and didn't even, opened it with the key, didn't get anything, of course. But I'm proud to say that other than passes for Man vs. Machine, I have not spent over $10 on this game. So previously, before TF2, before PC gaming, my background was with the Xbox 360, like I said, and Call of Duty specifically. That was like the game that really got me into online games. Next to Halo, but I didn't really play competitive Halo. I started playing competitive Call of Duty because my friends did it, and we started with Modern Warfare 2. We started a team. I was a backup on the team, just because I really just did not like competitive matchmaking, because I would just want to play the game, and any video game really, just to relax, throw it on whenever I need to, not have like a time commitment for practice, not have a time commitment for matches. And that's really why I was very hesitant to be a main person on the team that we started. It was just with our friends, and we had fun and crap talked to everyone. It was great, and it's basically what I'm doing now in pubs, but on a competitive level. But once you flip that switch in me to where it's like, okay, you're not playing pubs anymore, you're playing, a competitive match here, like where it counts, I take that shit really seriously, and I take it to heart. So something like that really gets a fire going in me. So that's probably why I don't put myself in more competitive game modes here. So let's talk about TF2 now specifically. The reason I got into TF2 was I was playing a pub, and there was this medic there, and he was giving me the crits, and he was really good with his calls. Oh, you need to be standing here, they're gonna come through here, blah blah. It was on Badwater. I was playing as a soldier, I had a medic giving me the crits, and I remember it exactly. We played a few games together. A guy was like, oh, you're a cool guy, you should you ever think about playing competitive TF2? What? There's a competitive TF2? That's weird. Like, what, was it a game mode on here? No. You have to join a website, and then you make a team, and you get a mumble or a team speak, and that's how things kind of work. I'm like, okay, well, how does it really work? Like, what are the game modes here? Well, he explained everything to me, and he said there's two really main game modes for TF2 competitive. One, there's 6v6. 6 players versus 6 players. Okay, that's like a standard competitive game mode that you find on all first-person shooters. What other is there? There's Highlander, which is basically that can be only one of every class, and I really appreciate that name even to this day. I love the fact that it's called Highlander. So I said, okay, well, what does your team play? Are you a Highlander or Sixes player? And he said, oh, well, we play Highlander because, everyone can play it, and Sixes is a lot faster and fast-paced than Highlander, so I kind of appreciate the setup and all that. And this is what he was telling me. So I said, okay, I'll try it out. And I met some other team, and I was put as a what was I playing as? I think I was playing as medic. Yeah, my first time. He was playing something else, or I was playing heavy. That's right. The second season I played medic. The first season I played heavy. So I started playing heavy, and just because that was the class, I was like, okay, I guess it requires the least amount of background knowledge to do it. But honestly, playing heavy on a competitive level is really hard, so don't knock it when you're playing Highlander here. So I played one season, played a second season, and then was a backup for a third season because I got busy here. So I kind of have some insight on the way TF2 competitive works, and I want to talk a little bit more about the differences versus 6v6 and Highlander, and what do I prefer and why I don't prefer the other. So I've only played 3 seasons of Highlander, and I've watched a lot of Sixes, and I've seen a lot of people playing scrims for Sixes, and I've participated in a few scrims for Sixes, and the pace is just so much faster. If you don't know the difference, if you've never played competitive TF2, Highlander, there is 9 players, 1 of every class, 1 sniper, 1 spy, etc, etc, etc. With Sixes, it's been refined into this equation that's been fine-tuned by the community that they know works. Basically, you have a medic, you have a soldier, a scout, a demo man, and another, either demo man or soldier or something like that. So you basically have some power classes, a speed class, and a medic to heal them. It basically takes out the heavy, the engineer, the spy, the sniper from that. And some people mix it up and they think, they can do it, but most of the time that's how it's really done. And that's kind of the formula that's stuck for most people. And with that you have, kind of pre-assigned roles. So one soldier is considered the, bomber, heavy that rocket jumps to try and kill the medic, while the other one is the pocket soldier that kind of stays on the ass of the medic to build Uber and to make kind of pushes and kind of acts as a retroactive heavy, so to speak. But it's a lot faster, and there's a lot more jumping, and there's a lot more point controls, and anything can happen. While Highlander, I would say, is more of a setup. You kind of get really patient with it. You have to build Uber. You both go in at the same time. Like, this is when I think of the stereotypical Highlander match. I think of a control point in the middle. I think of 2 teams building Uber, getting it at the same time, going in, who's going to pop the Uber first, and then waiting for one Uber to finish first, and then killing off the remainder of the teams. Or having a pyro air blast and deny the Uber or deny the jump. So that's, what I think of with Highlander, and I kind of like that pace. That's really why I prefer playing Highlander over Sixes. But with the TF2 competitive right now, you can see videos of what it looks like. I'm not going to show that just because, it's been done before. But Sixes, that's all we have right now. When it gets to 9v9, I'll probably be playing a lot more of the TF2 competitive that they've been set up here. And the good thing is that we already have so many years of, UGC to kind of guide us in the right direction, and Valve, has a good framework of what it should look like. I just hope they add pro variant maps and you don't have to use the regular maps, because the pro maps are a godsend. But there it is, I got a godlike here. The gameplay is ending. This was kind of just some random gameplay I threw behind it while I was talking about it. Let me know what you think about Highlander 6v6 competitive, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching.